We're gonna go back to simplicity. Simplicity that is gonna be gorgeous. Going back to our old faithful of black, white, actually gray, and some clear with some diamond dust. And we're gonna see what happens. We're gonna go what is fast becoming my favorite technique, a technique that Kenny and Mitch use all the time on their flooring. We're gonna use a roller. We're gonna roll it out. We've lovingly named it the Rolling Stone method. Guys, if you are new to our channel, welcome. My name is Rhonda Trakulis with RK3 Designs. If you like what you see so far, smash that subscribe button. We would love for you to subscribe to our channel. We go live every Tuesday. We also upload a video once a week. So welcome and enjoy. All right, so what we're gonna do is a really very simple, very classy, timeless marble using black, white, and a mica powder by Leslie's Creation called Silk Pearl. We'll use a little bit of diamond dust and a little bit of clear. All right, so what I did is I just dumped out my bucket. I'm gonna do a really quick skim coat. I don't wanna waste that resin that's in the cup. So I'm just gonna kind of get it spread out here just to help my epoxy roll out. So I hope you guys are having a fun Memorial weekend. It is hot as Hades right now in Texas. So we decided to come and work in the shop and play. All right, so we have that spread out. What I'm gonna be doing today is a rolling stone. It's a technique that Kenny and Mitch use all the time when they're doing their flooring. You can use any kind of roller, honestly, because we're really not worried about the roller rolling. We're really just pushing the epoxy. Now, we've done this with as many ounces as 4, or as least ounces as 4, all the way up to 10 ounces per square foot. Today, we're just gonna do 4 ounces. I don't need to tape. I really want that product to roll over the edge. And so here we go. All right, so the colors that we're gonna be using are just our black Alumilite dye. Then I took some white Alumilite dye and I added a very tiny amount of black and made a really pretty gray. Now, both of these colors are not a metallic. My only metallic is going to be my Leslie Creation mica powder in Silk Pearl. It's kind of an off-white, really pretty pearlish color. Like I said, I want this to be very simple, guys. And then we have a little bit of clear with our diamond dust. You know, you gotta have your diamond dust. And for a little bit of depth, I brought in some clear and I put a tiny bit of white Alumilite dye. Now, I know you guys that watch me have heard how I tint my white, and I'll call it whole milk, and then I make skim milk. This is a very cheap version of skim milk. It is barely skim, all right? And all I did was take a tiny bit of white, dipped it in the clear, and just made it a very translucent white. And the only reason I'm gonna do that is I wanna build a little bit of depth into this. Now, once we do that, we're gonna see how we like it. And you know, who knows, we may take it to the next level. We'll see what happens. All right, so in doing this, I don't want a super busy pattern. So I'm gonna lay my colors out in rather large areas. I'm not gonna put just a lot of ribbons, okay? The colors are gonna be blocky. If you'll notice, we did paint our substrate black. So when we go over it with the lighter colors, that black's gonna show through. And I love how it gives a really cool look by letting that black substrate kind of come up through the white. I really like that. All right, here we go. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and kind of wet my roller a little bit. Now this roller I happen to have in the back, it's just a flock roller. I'm just gonna kind of bring it out here, and we're just gonna start kind of spreading. And guys, the way that really makes this pattern and this technique really pop is that you have to kind of let the epoxy do its thing. So just by dragging one color over the other color, you're already gonna see some really cool designs. Look at this, how it's just one touches the other and you start getting some cells. It's just so, so pretty. So what have you guys been doing over the weekend? Are y'all having any projects that you guys are doing? Let me know. Let me know what you guys are working on. Now I love how it's very simple. And as the epoxy is starting to just touch each other, as the white and the black and the gray and the metallics touch, you start to get such a cool reaction without me doing anything. One thing that I love about this is it's very classy. These colors are timeless. They'll work in so many different kinds of decor. Okay, so this could be a finish all on its own. But guess what, guys? Guess what? We're gonna go to the next step. And what I'm gonna do is I now have back in stock my Fusion sprays. And if you have not used these, guys, these are amazing. Now they've been completely reformulated. When they first came out, they were really having some issues with the spray can, but they've completely revamped the cans. They've revamped the propellant. This is not a spray paint, all right? This is a mica powder that's in a suspension of alcohol. So it's not a spray paint at all. All right, so this is, let's put a little black in there for, oh no, let's put a little bit of white. All right, so I'm gonna come in here. I have smoky white, I have mink gray, and I have my raven black. You know what, let's go with the gray. All right, so I'm gonna come in here and I'm just gonna kind of take that gray and I'm gonna follow the line between my gray, or my black and my gray. All right. All right, then I'm gonna just take, usually I would use a Bondo spreader, but I forgot my Bondo spreader. So I'm just gonna kind of come in here with my stick and I'm just gonna kind of move that a little bit. Now I don't wanna move it a whole lot because I don't wanna mess up kind of what I have, but oh my gosh, that is gorgeous. Almost do like almost a swipe. Take this and kind of almost do it a swipe. Let's do a swipe across here. Oh wow, look at that. I like that. Look at that, really does make a cool look. Even over the, where it fogged over the black, where I didn't touch it at all, there's just a really light shimmer. I'm gonna kind of do the same thing. I'm gonna come right here, kind of next to where I just went. I don't want to do a lot because I don't want to take away a lot of the gray that I already have in there. Yeah, I just want a tiny bit of that white. And that's the same thing. I can just kind of take that stick and meld it. All right, so I'm gonna hit it with a little bit of alcohol. Let's see what happens. Oh, wow. That's crazy. If you apply the alcohol too early, like right when you pour, a lot of times you'll get these beautiful designs, but then they'll go away because your epoxy is still very fluid. So let's say that we came in here and we didn't want all of those areas to have alcohol. You can always come back with your roller and you can roll that out and have some areas with the design and some areas without the design. We have plenty of working time, guys, with this. This is the art coat from Stone Coat Countertop. You have got so much work time that you don't have to panic and make everything go super fast. Do you want to build confidence as you start your journey pouring epoxy? Follow the 4 Ps. Number 1 is plan. Before you ever start your journey, plan on what you want your end goal to be. Pictures, inspiration, make sure you have all of the products, all of the supplies that you need to help you create that beautiful design. Number 2, prep. Prepping involves making sure your substrate is level, it's sanded, and it's properly prepped with the right products. Is it a slick surface? You're gonna need a bonding primer. Do you need to fill cracks? You may need to put some Bondo. Know those steps. Make sure your area has been properly prepped so that you have no mishaps. Number 3, pour. Jump in and just pour. Don't be scared. Know that it is a process. As you pour, you need to make sure your mixing ratio is correct, depending on what product that you're using. Know your product. Know how much open time you're gonna have, and allow the epoxy to do its thing. And last, practice. Build your confidence every single time you pour by doing practice boards after practice boards after practice boards, and video yourself while you're doing it. That way you can go back and watch and see exactly how you created and where you should have stopped on your project. And those are the 4 Ps to help build your confidence in your journey playing with epoxy. So what do y'all think? I love it. Quick recap. We took our colors, we laid them out in large areas, not too busy, by pouring a lot of little tiny ribbons. Then we took our roller and very lightly melded them together. We let the epoxy kind of touch, kind of meld, kind of do its thing. And then we hit it with a little bit of alcohol. Then we took it to the next step. We came back in with our fusion sprays just to kind of see what would happen. We used that fusion spray, and guys, that gave an amazing, amazing effect. And then we hit it with alcohol again. A little bit at a time, just kind of building layers. Then, of course, I didn't walk away, and we remelded it just to see what would happen, and it turned out amazing. I absolutely love this. So guys, while we were shooting this tutorial, we were also live. So if you want to see it in real time, go check out the live. It'll be linked in the bottom of this video. Also, leave in the comments below what kind of content do you want to see on this channel. Do you want to continue to see tutorials where we do color recipes? Do you want to see fun projects? Let me know. Do you want to see foils? Let me know in the comments below. All right, guys, so this piece is done. All we need to do is give it 24 hours, let it cure, come back with a clear flood coat, and it will be ready to use. And remember, don't be scared, move forward, and be creative.